Last week, Donald Trump announced that the U.S. would sell a gold card to wealthy foreigners, giving them the right to live and work in the U.S. and offering a path to citizenship in exchange for a $5 million fee. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges. Plus, it's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. As some of us know, so much of what Trump says and does is in direct opposition to the poem on the Statue of Liberty, part of which reads, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore." Trump said the sale of the cards will begin in about 2 weeks and that millions of such cards could be sold. Asked whether he would consider selling the cards to Russian oligarchs, Trump responded, "Yeah, possibly. I know some Russian oligarchs that are very nice people." One thing that has flown under the radar is that, according to Trump, these gold card holders will not be subject to taxes on their overseas income. That means that they will be able to purchase a lucrative tax benefit not available to U.S. citizens. On the surface, Trump's gold card idea sounds like a promotion he might have used back when he owned a few casinos. For example, check out this 1986 commercial of his and the rather ironic emphasis on being king of the castle.
Believe me, I've seen it all, and this is the best I've ever seen. Let me tell you something. From entertainment to just taking care of you, they treat everybody like a king.
Especially if you are one.
Hey, this is a castle.
You're the king of the castle. Trump's Castle, the crown jewel of Atlantic City.
Trump's idea for a gold card continues a long obsession he has had with gold, going back decades before even getting involved in politics. From the over-the-top gold decor of his penthouse, to even the sides of his buildings, to him selling gold coins and gold sneakers in the last few years. Even his appearance is connected to gold. Although he is mocked for looking a bit orange, Trump is actually going for the golden look to his hair and skin. It's all about gold, even down to what he wants to see when he looks into the mirror. Strangely, there are Trump supporters who celebrate the connection between Trump and gold, as if it symbolizes how successful he is. Remember how popular the golden Trump statue at CPAC was a couple of years ago, with a number of Trump supporters taking their picture in front of it. Since winning the election a couple of months ago, Trump has often spoken about how he will bring a golden age in America, casting himself as a type of King Midas from Greek mythology, with everything he touches turning to gold. Last week on Truth Social, Trump shared an AI video of a giant gold statue of himself standing in Gaza, and perhaps to top it off, he recently talked a bit about Fort Knox, where America's gold supply is stored, suggesting that perhaps someone had stolen it. The idea that Fort Knox doesn't have any real gold is fairly popular with some on the right, even going back to 2011 with Ron Paul, who stated that the metal bars are only painted gold. But there could be something deeper to Trump's Fort Knox interest. Recent comments by Trump's Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent have sparked intense speculation on Wall Street about potential plans to monetize U.S. government assets, particularly through a dramatic revaluation of gold. The U.S. government currently holds more than $11 billion in gold based on the rate of $42.22 per ounce set back in 1973. If the gold held by the United States was revalued at current market prices, this could increase to about $785 billion. Furthermore, a gold revaluation will cause gold prices themselves to soar further, potentially impacting other assets like Bitcoin, but could be tied into Trump's statements to once again have the dollar backed by gold. In other words, all of Trump's statements about gold, including those concerning Fort Knox, are a sign that we are moving toward a currency that is based on gold. Whether or not that is the dollar remains to be seen. Trump's over-the-top love of gold does not bother most of his Christian supporters, even though we know that the golden idol is a recurring theme in the Bible, from Aaron's golden calf to King Nebuchadnezzar's gold statue. But in addition to how the Bible warns us about golden idols, gold has also been part and parcel to how pagan religions, down through history, worshipped false gods, most often the sun god. Solar deities and sun worship can be found throughout most of recorded history in various forms. The sun was often viewed as the giver of life, and even within pagan religions where many gods were worshipped, the sun god had a very high status. The sun god was also historically identified with gold, since sunshine itself was viewed as being golden, and gold was the most valuable metal in addition to its yellow attributes. Getting back to the Bible, there is actually a direct connection between the Antichrist, the number 666, and gold. I talked about that more in depth in a couple of other videos, and I'll put a link to them down below. It is no coincidence that Trump already honors the sun god in his penthouse in Trump Tower, most noticeably with the large mural of Apollo on his ceiling. Trump sees himself as a type of Apollo, a magnificent and powerful god of forces who is able to achieve all that he wants. In his own eyes, Trump is the ultimate deity, the modern-day sun god, surrounding himself with gold and silver and with precious stones and pleasant things. I do believe that the eventual mark of the beast will somehow have a connection to gold. Whether this means that buying and selling will be linked to a reserve currency that is backed by gold, or in some other way, remains to be seen. But everything about the Antichrist will revolve around gold. Even the image of the beast, as described in Revelation 13, could be connected to gold. We should expect that gold will be at the center of the final beast kingdom, and it makes perfect sense that the image of the beast will also be tied to gold. Finally, as is obvious to many of us, Donald Trump is Christianity's golden idol in these last days, and every single Christian should run from him now, immediately before it is too late.